Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alistair Schultz from acysecurities, and I'm here today to host you through the markets in review of last week. The first thing that we'll notice is that we have a Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Philip Lowe speaking, where we've had an average movement in price. The next piece of news that was important was the coronavirus, and that occurred on Wednesday. Now, what was actually said about that was that the UK thought that they may have found something to go towards the virus and helping prevent further spread of the disease. However, it's not been the case. But the impact that it's had on price has been about 20 pips over something very small and minute that was really not founded for. From here, we've also got a nice technical trading pattern here, a double top, which can be presented here in the yellow box. Now, we have looked at that, and if you had gotten in on this trade, you would have been able to follow it down for the rest of the week. In addition to this, the other news events of the week, we had US ADP employment estimates presenting for the NFP that's coming up towards Friday. We had Secretary of Treasury Steve Mnuchin speaking. We also had Dallas Federal Pres Kaplan speaking as well. Now, in addition to that, not related to the Australian dollar in the instance that we have here, but we did have German exports and French GDP. And now, whilst there is a movement in price here that looks like it's directly related, it's actually not. It's the pricing in of the US non-farm payroll from the employment estimates earlier in the week. Now, in addition to that, we had the New Zealand bank holiday on Thursday, and that was an all-day event. Not much happened around New Zealand anyway. However, something that I thought I'd take the opportunity to show some of you guys on how I think about putting in price barriers and price points that you can trade on for the following week, it's actually these pink lines. Now, all I've done is go from open to open between the 2 weeks. From there, I have dragged and made a copy of this line, dragged it to the bottom or the low of the week and to the high of the week. And this gives us an estimate on where price might go the next week. It's something simple. Naturally, it's just a line, but it can make a big impact for you down the track. Looking at the week ahead in review, we're going to have a couple of high impact events coming out this week. On Monday, nothing real juicy to consider. However, on Tuesday, we have several Fed Reserve speakers speaking about community banks and economic outlooks. We have UK manufacturing, industrial output, and IMF meetings occurring. Now, whilst they're all smaller events, put them all together on the same day, it might impacting price as well. We have a Japanese bank holiday for National Foundation Day. In addition to this, on Wednesday, we have the US Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking about monetary policy, the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney speaking on financial stability, Brexit, and economic productivity. We also have New York Fed Q4 household debt and credit reports coming out, St. Louis Fed President James Bullard speaking about monetary policy. On Thursday, we then move into having Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decisions, which is something to definitely consider if you do trade the New Zealand dollar. In addition to this, we have Friday CPI figures, MOM, YOY, and the core figures as well. A number of Fed members will also be speaking throughout the day on varying topics at different events. We then have the Bank of Japan Deputy Governor speaking at the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Now, whilst all of these events could be considered to be high impact, some of them you will need to keep an eye out for. Whether you are trading during your news or you are using your news to trade, you need to be aware of them. Good luck for the week ahead. You will hear more from us later.